First of all, y'all know that my intro's vibe. Come on. My whole intro is a vibe. You guys know you love it. Don't perpetrate. Okay. People have come on my channel talking about, ooh, I like that. Why is my horn acting all brand new? Whatever. My ladies are late. It seems like every panel I have. Not exactly Edgar coming and beating everybody along with Angela. Look, I got the fireplace up. Now I'm in Texas. Now I have said this on my podcast. I said this everywhere. If we are cold here in Texas, that means it's cold everywhere, Jesus. Cause baby, we the smokers hate this weather. The smokers are struggling. They outside with the pat trying to quickly get it lit. I be like, that wind be hard in the paint, but it's pretty ugly out here. So the panel is back for another great and probably lit panel, even though the show and the episode was a bit on the womp 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 side. It was. I'm sorry. It is what it is. So bring it to the stage. Kiss my cheeks. What's going on, pretty in blue?
Hey.
And I look. Come on, through Eric coming in.
Hey,
What's going
hey.
on, Mama? Hey.
Hey, everyone.
Well, since you ladies are here and everyone else is super, super late, Kid My Cheese, if you don't mind giving a recap of this episode of Real Housewives of Potomac for the people in the back.
I'm so happy I got the assignment because this week I took notes, so I can do that. Up first, Candace and Ashley part 2. Ash, no cursing, right? Okay. Ashley is a vindictive B. Michael is giving fellatio to escorts. I believe it all. Wendy is in the background burning pieces of paper trying to make TV, not realizing her friend needs her help. Bad friend Wendy. Candace talks to Giselle. Lies, lies, lies. Facts, facts, facts. The dragon is lying. Candace is giving facts. And the dragon doesn't prevents people from speaking up on SAs. I believe that's the correct YouTube term. Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward.
Cute.
She meets with a divorce lawyer. She's stalling because she needs to check, and she's hoping Michael is out in Vegas and the Bahamas getting all his free flag flown so he can come back to his family because she really doesn't want to be broke under a bridge. She really wouldn't be under a bridge. She probably could only just afford a house next to a bridge. So that's about it. Fast forward, fast forward. Mia, Jacqueline, Sharice meet up for pedicures. That is a huge fast forward. But I noticed that the camera could never focus on Sharice's feet. That tells me that they're destructive. Let's fast forward, fast forward. Ashley lied about the what is it called? The LLC, but Ashley lies all the time. Giselle says that Chris could beg her and she wouldn't forgive him, but girl, ain't nobody even offering an apology, so you could keep hoping. Giselle finally said something I agreed with. She said, if the escort looks like Juan Dixon, Michael was given fellatio. I said, I agree with you right there. Let's continue to fast forward through all the airport scenes, through all of Wendy and Eddie talking about the same thing they've been talking about all season. We get to Miami. I think the house is beautiful, but on my middle class budget, I would have balled out in that house, but it's not enough rooms for these quotation high class ladies. So we're going to fight over rooms next week. Peter says he has beef with Wendy. I can't wait to see how the fight goes down. That's it.
Okay, I'm interested in Erica after that great breakdown. Fast forward, especially. Okay. Uh Erica, what do you think about, because I'm like I said, to me, I had to watch it twice to get this episode really was pretty boring. I'm sorry, it was. I really was looking forward to seeing the episode of the next one coming because of the clips and the
Mm.
heated and the things of the things.
Yeah, I was
So,
about to say you are a trooper for watching it twice. Now that's just doing too much. But go ahead, girl, because I could not watch this a second time.
because I was missing some stuff, and so that's why. But go? Let's get your take, especially the beginning. Just kind of give you a take on how you felt about this episode so far.
Well, okay, so I do sort of remember back in the day when Michael Darby was going through all that stuff, there was some escort rumor. So I kind of feel like Candace did that was sort of accurate. But then to me, I'm kind of like, how are you better than Giselle if you're holding on to stuff for 2, 3 years now? Like, so
Mm,
that was, I don't know. I mean, I see where she was going. She was mad at Ashley, whatever, but it's kind of like, okay, it's kind of like talking about Blue Eyes. Are we still talking about the same thing from like the
exactly.
first season? Make it stop. Um, Now here's the thing with Chris. I like Chris. Hey Ellen. I
Hey,
like
Ellen.
Chris, but I don't know. I mean, part of me feels like where there's smoke, there's fire. Like I don't feel like everybody got to be lying. So that's one thing. And I think I liked where Candace started off with Giselle and trying to pull her to the side and get an understanding of where she was coming from. I thought that that was like a mature thing to do since she stormed out last time. Um, and I think it was important to let Giselle know, well, Chris is saying the opposite of what you're saying. So who decided to go into the room and all of this? I mean, I kind of wish, yeah, like I kind of feel like he should just meet with her. Maybe he doesn't have to apologize, but
Right.
just have some kind of discussion because it kind of seems like, it just seems like a big, I don't know. I don't know how many episodes we can drag this dumb shit out. Is kind of what I'm thinking on that. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? Like, unless something else happens. Because I think, like, Ashley has her friend. And once they showed the friend, I was like, oh, that friend is cute. I could see it if it were to happen. Like, now, they didn't actually show the friend telling Ashley, which I think is interesting. So, like, I need the friend to say something on camera. I don't want to keep going through secondhand hearsay, especially since we've seen that friend. She should be able to say it on camera. So, I need her to say on camera, I need to see a clip or something because we know he wasn't looking at Mia. So we need to see. It just seems like a lot going on at this one spring fling party. So
Right. Right. No, I agree. The thing about it, people are getting upset, and I mean people. I mean like the community or the stance. We all know about that. Are getting upset because of the Real Housewives of Potomac, and I understand the stance. I understand it. I get it. Whatever, but are they going too far with the protection? With all the things they're doing and going after other people, especially bloggers. I don't know how you guys feel about that because you guys do commentary. You guys talk about these things, and this is what's happening.
kiss
I-
my cheeks. What do you think?
oh,
About it, like
she said it all.
I've had people come at me, especially over Potomac,
Mhm.
mostly Candace. You're either for
Mm,
or against Candace. And
right.
I say awful stuff about Giselle and no one ever says anything. And
Oh,
love and marriage,
Giselle ain't got no fans. Giselle.
oh no.
in Love and Marriage Huntsville, depending on if you're on Melody or Letitia's side, people they strong stands over there as well.
Okay.
It all rolls off my back because I don't care. And
Mm,
it's not like you walking up to my face, getting aggressive, saying something to me. It's all online. And I might go back and forth with you a couple of times. Then I'm going to let it go because it doesn't bother me. So I've even went back and forth with Candace a little bit. It is what it is. So that's why I know Candace can defend herself. If she sees something
right.
on Twitter, she's going to say something herself. So I don't need you speaking up for Candace.
100%.
So
That's what I meant.
that doesn't bother me.
No.
Yeah.
The thing about it, that part, what you just said, that part is that the cast, all of them, from whatever show you were talking about, we all talk about different shows, all three of us, different things or whatever. And I know Erica has been in this business for a long time. And what I mean is that, yeah, that's cool that they can talk for themselves. It's the stance to me, for me, that sometimes take things too far. It's like, why are you saying anything? If they don't pay your bills, they don't even know your screen name. I don't understand why they smoke. That's where I'm coming from with that. Like, let
Yeah, no,
them
I
talk.
agree. I see what you're saying. Like back in the day, Kenya had some hard fans too. Cause
Mhm.
I used to be like, did you see what she did? And then, and they would definitely like they'll talk about you and your wig if you say something about Kenya or her skin or her
Oh wow.
booty or whatever. So people definitely went hard for Kenya more. But I don't know. Like to me, I feel like they don't take it as far as like Nicki Minaj's people. So I don't feel like they're gonna show up and find out where I live or dox me or anything.
Right.
So and I do try to and sometimes people make good points, you know what I'm saying? So I do try to take in consideration, like if they say something rational, like, oh, remember this, remember that, because even though we are critiquing the shows, since it's reality, these are who these people are. You know what I'm saying? So I try to also take that into account because it's not a scripted show. It's not something that's made up. To some extent, we're reflecting our opinions on people's actual characters. But I feel like shoot, if you put it on TV, like we helping you, boo. So yeah, I mean I try not to take it personally, and I am a little bit amazed. Like I think Melody's fans are pretty. I don't review Huntsville, but they seem like they're a lot to deal with. But you know.
Mm. Well, look, I agree with you that there's different stands, there's different, whatever people that they fall head over heels for and will defend to the end. We know that. I know you know it. It's fine. We keep it pushing. I don't really care. I do want to say this. When the situation happened with me when I spoke on the panel about Candace, it was me, Commissioner Reviews. I was talking about me being a blogger and haven't said anything about her. Didn't understand the blog, and I read her. A mild read. Okay. From there, it turned into people on Twitter coming under the clip that I took from the actual live, which was an impromptu moment, by the way. Posting the clip on Twitter and people coming under my comments and people who once supported me talking crap where I had to end up blocking them. I'm
What?
just, yes.
I'm shocked. I didn't even know people liked Candace like that. I mean, I know Kiss My Cheeks likes her, but I didn't know other people liked her. Oh my goodness. I am shocked, girl. I didn't even know
Let me
she
tell
had
you,
fans like that.
I was like, the thing about it, okay, first they called us old. I should have showed, I think I'm about to take a picture of the screenshot, but they really kind of grouped you all in together and said, like, oh, you old hags or dragon Candace, something that I was like, what? Y'all had, because we were speaking about the fact we all had our points about the fertilization that really we spoke about literally that episode. People think so deep into it. If we're speaking about a certain thing that happened in that episode, why do you take it so deep to get so upset with a panel? She is Ellen. Get upset with a panel for speaking about Candace. So this started with that. So then
What?
he came into my
Don't
he,
make me call Monique and really take care of Candace like she
look,
should have been taken care of the last season.
look,
Oh my
I said,
God. I'm sorry.
Erica, you remember in my read, I did say, are you upset because of the fact that I support Monique and I interviewed her? I said that in my read because I have never said, I said, I don't even do commentary on the show until now because my girls do the show. And I said, I want to do panel. My mentees, I want to just have their name out there just on my channel and do something with them that we haven't done anything together. So that's why I wanted to pick this show because I haven't done it before. And so for her to block me, I made a point about it, like I do all the time. And so for somebody who supported me on Twitter to come under my comments and then say to me, "I'll try to be nice. I see you online. I don't like how you move." I said, "Don't worry about it. You're blocked." And it went from there. And so then after that, I'm waking up to see all these messages on Twitter, and I still haven't really actually gone through them, but to see that because my cheeks had a space talking about I'm proud of her because I really push you guys to do the Twitter spaces, and so she has a recurring one which I love every week, and she tags me in it because we do this and all this whatever. And so somebody came under the comments talking crazy where even a friend of ours, mutual friend of ours, Sheena, had to step in it, and I'm like, what? I wasn't even on the space.
Okay, well, I will say this. I mean, I don't know, Kamisha. I'm going to try to do better, but those people on Twitter Spaces, those are different breed of people. I don't even think those are the same fans like on other social media. Because I was in a space one afternoon and me and my phone died. I was like, "What are you all arguing about? Wait, what happened? Who are you people? We can't even see you." So I don't know. I do feel like people come harder in Twitter at Twitter Spaces than they might in some other venues. You know what
You
I'm
know
saying?
what, Erica?
They come
That
crazy
is
over there.
that's a very insightful statement because I know that I've seen you in a few spaces where I was tussling. I saw you.
I know, girl. I was there for like 2 hours. I still didn't know who was saying what was
Oh
going
my!
on. I
And I
was
was
like,
like,
I was trying to stick with it. I was like, okay, are we gonna work it out or not? How long ago is this big beef about? Like what? And then finally, my phone died. I fell asleep. I was like, I can't. I'm trying to support you people, but this is a lot.
yeah, but
And there was
that's
like
but
500
see,
people in that space, but it was a certain few that were like really tussling. So I don't know. Maybe there's way more money on Twitter Spaces than I realized because I
well,
was
no,
like, y'all taking this deep.
the thing about it, people don't understand is that when, and this is a side note, when Twitter Spaces, me and Shannon, we actually started a community on Twitter Spaces, and I try to promote that as much as possible because I don't want anybody to take credit for it. I'm sorry, I don't. But I started doing the Twitter Space one time. I did one, we talked, but I did one for Big Brother 24, and they got like a lot of views, and from there, she kind of, you know, convinced me to do more. And then I started doing Twitter Spaces with her. We started building this community on Twitter where people come in and voice their opinion about Taylor. It grew. I got a lot more subscribers. So did she. My brand grew. I started getting other
That's
connections.
cool.
All of this in like 3 months. So Twitter
That's
might be
good.
crazy, but it's a different breed. You really cornered it when you said that, Eric. It's a different breed. It is money there. It's like Hollywood YouTube. I feel like that. It's like Hollywood. Better you Hollywood.
Yeah, no, I think I actually liked it, and the spaces I have gone on, like I did, not this Sunday, but I think the last Sunday I was in with Mod and Confessions. I think you all did a space, or was it Kiss My Cheek? Yeah, there was a space last week on Real Housewives of Potomac or something. I don't know. I was in a couple of spaces, and I do like it actually because you can kind of just relax and mellow
Hmm.
out, and it's kind of like a
Right,
podcast but live. So I like it.
right.
Yeah,
And then you can
it's
record
fun.
it. Welcome, Ma. Welcome, Ma. We have been doing what we always do, going off the rails, but it's always fun. It is what it is.
Hmm.
We were talking about how boring this episode was. We started out with that. Kid about she's gave a great, great recap. Fast forward, fast forward. You missed it. It was so peculiar to watch in the beginning.
Yeah,
So I want to hear your take about the beginning of the episode. I know it was boring. We'll fast forward to Miami because I'm sorry, it really was the best part of the show. So, but give your take of give me your take of the episode, the beginning part, and then we'll move on to Miami.
Oh,
Miami.
oh, you mean the beginning part was just about Chris story
Yes.
with the
Yeah, I want to hear
news.
about what you feel, how you
Yeah,
feel about
I
that.
I I understand. I can see why Candace is very upset with
Okay.
Zell because we have been friends. If this made you uncomfortable, this is what I was saying last week when we did the recap. I said the most thing that I think the most hurtful thing for Candace is not even what happened. It is the way, Gasol did it. Like if we are friends, if this media and you went to Robin and you told Robin exactly what happened, then why didn't you talk to me about it? We have been friends. You've been in my house. I've been to your house. We have been friends. Why do you have to wait for the cameras to roll for you to talk about this? And so I understand why she's crying and she has to go and talk to the husband. And then Ashley, oh my gosh, okay. All of a sudden, boom, the bombshell. Well, it's not a bombshell. I mean, well, it is okay, and it is. I feel like it is like now they're trying to gang up on Chris, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I think there was nothing there. And I was watching Chris on IG. I think he did a live, and he was saying if she was if she opened the room, because I told her, okay, so let's go talk And at this point, I don't care who said who said, let's go to the room. If it is Christopher or it's good, I don't care. But when she opened the room, she was hoping to see her people over there. She was hoping to see cameras. She was hoping to see her makeup people over there. When she opened the room, she did not find anybody. Why continue going into the room? Why don't you just stand over there and have a conversation on the hallway? Don't go in there. Close the door. Oh, and now that's the point you say, oh, I am in the room with a married man. This is not my man. I think it was exaggerated. I think it was a storyline, and this is not good. It's not good. So I am actually not. I can understand where she's coming from in the heart and the embarrassment. Yes.
Well, ladies, I want to get your opinion about that because there's been a lot of chatter online about it, and I want us to talk about this real quick before we get into the Miami part. Now, we've all have. I know that some two of you queens up here are married, and that's a beautiful. I love that. I'm not. I have been before though, so for a long time. So I know Eric has been in relationships, and being with people. So just we've been in different life situations. So I'm trying to put myself in Candace's position to feel like if I'm in a group of women and all of a sudden this whole entire time, nothing has ever happened out the blue, you are uncomfortable and making my husband look away. Especially after the whole thing with the what they call blue eyes and just a black man period reputation and how things can stick with somebody. Okay, he was always tagged for a man that didn't work, so that started that. His whole time he's been on the show, and just kind of eating off his fiance, wife, whatever, for years. That's the narrative. So now we have a narrative,
Wait,
which is
I thought he's not black.
Chris. He's not black.
He's black. He's white.
He's white. He's not
Completely white.
Yes.
Yeah, he's white. That's why they kept talking about.
Except for his peen. His peen is black.
Penis.
Chris is no. Wait, hold on. You mean Candace's husband is not black?
No. Oh, he's a white husband.
No, his D is black. His D is black, but that's it. I mean, that's what she said. I don't know. We haven't seen it.
Why?
Wait a minute.
Because of the size?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Are you telling me that Chris is white?
Yes.
He's not
Ashley's
mixed or
husband is
anything?
white too. Yes, the two of them are white.
Is
Ashley
he?
and
Who's the two?
Ashley's,
Oh my God!
Ashley's ex-husband now, or soon to be ex-husband, and her
I'm not
husband.
talking about Ashley. Hold on. I am still, bro.
Yes. Is that breaking news? Can you put your gunshots now? Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
boom.
I think everybody knew he was white.
Yeah.
Well, look, okay, I'm gonna break it down for you. I am from Louisiana. My Zydeco music. Y'all would understand this. Okay, in Louisiana, people actually look like that, and they are completely black. I'm trying to tell y'all don't understand. That's my background.
Really?
Like, I have cousins who look like that. I'm not being funny. I have family members who. My sister is extremely like. I mean, when I thought he was black, and and I don't know what it is, and I hope I don't take this the wrong way. Whenever a person who is not of color like lives or be around, it's like almost like the dog that
People of color, yeah.
they start turning like how you had a dog for a long time. The dog look like the owner. I'm trying to be funny. People think they're wrong, but y'all know I ain't lying.
No,
That's
but
crazy.
I really like him. He's good people. He's good
Okay,
energy. I like him.
beyond my shock of that, what I was trying to get into before y'all blow my bubble with that one is that the fact that a man, he's not black, fine. Putting that type of reputation and then on your husband, somebody you care about, somebody you. Why would you say if there was a pattern or something's going on out the blue after we've been doing this show for how long and you've been cool and y'all done joked around and no, I would feel away if I was Candace. No, I'm saying I would feel away if I was Candace.
Yeah, but they're now trying to make it as a pattern, though. They're now trying to make it like.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying. Ma, that's not what I said. I said, I know. If it was a pattern, I'm not saying that I can still understand it, but you kind of be like, it's like logical. Okay, this has been going on for a long time. Whatever. This happened at the blue. They've been filmed for a long time. That's what I'm trying to say. Go ahead, okay, about Chiefs.
You hit it right on the head, and Erica touched on it earlier. For this to be a pattern, it all happened at this spring party. He was staring at Mia. He was hitting on Ashley's friend. Now the thing with Giselle was separate, but after the party, he was DMing or you we know what it was, but DMing Ashley. So you telling me just Chris woke up one day and said, F Candace, I'm about to flirt with everybody at this event on Potomac. I don't care. That's not a pattern. It
Yeah.
seems I strongly believe these ladies sat up with Giselle because Giselle told Robin the night of, and we gonna cook this up. Now, Chris just happened to reply to Ashley's story, so Ashley got her a lot in there too. But I believe all of this was cooked up because Ashley even said something to Wendy like, "I had to say this to Candace in front of Giselle. Why?"
Because she said that because when she went to Candace's house, Candace was not really understanding where Giselle was coming from.
No,
so
she put it in front of Giselle because she wanted Giselle to feel like she had some more legs to stand on. No, I just believe all of this was cooked up and it was a bad storyline. Even production showed Chris paying that lady dust. He wasn't even looking in that lady's.
He was on his phone.
Everybody on Twitter was like, "Oh, well, maybe there's another." Just because they didn't show it, don't mean he wasn't flirting with her. As much as production has been pulling receipts this season, if there was a scene of Chris talking to that lady, they would have shown it. It tells me when they showed the clip of him looking at his phone, that's telling me he wasn't paying that lady any of attention.
You mean Mia?
He wasn't paying Mia attention. He wasn't paying that Deborah lady attention. He wasn't paying Ashley attention.
We haven't seen a clip of Deborah either way. So,
well, look, according to Reality Hub, hold on, y'all. According to Reality Blurb, Mia revealed why she accused Chris of staring at her on Sunday's episode of What Happens Live. She said weeks after making the claim against Candace's spouse, who has been accused of inappropriate behavior by Ashley and Giselle, the Real Housewives of Potomac cast member explained herself before edition on a number of hot topics, blah, 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 blah. I cleaned it up. I said it wasn't sexual. Mia noted of Chris' antics on the November 13th episode of What Happens Live. He was staring at me because I felt like even I looked back at myself and I said, homegirl, you need a 10. I felt like I was very skinny. I was going through treatments. I think he was looking at me because I look like an alien from outer space. I'm like, what? So everybody was lying.
Everyone
no, but what I'm saying is she's lying about that, just like the whole thing with Robin acting like nobody didn't hold her back. That's weird to me too. Right. I don't get it.
It's all a scheme. Because what do you mean when you sat there in front of Robin? You was like, "Oh, girl, I got a story to tell too." He was looking at me. You wasn't saying it like, "Oh, he was looking at me because I was sick and I might." No, you were trying to add in. You were trying to me too into the storyline, and you got caught up and had to admit that you are a liar. But we already know you are a liar.
But what about Ashley's friend Deborah and then Ashley's other friend? So we just think Ashley is just totally making up everything.
I don't know. But
Come on, Erica.
Deborah seems like somebody you can believe, but we do not know the length of the. And then again, Chris looks like a guy who just comes and makes you feel comfortable, and you are chit chatting and doing all those things. All right, maybe he's way too comfortable with these ladies, and he needs to check himself.
No. Has Deborah said anything? Because Deborah likes to be out there in the social media. Has she even said, yes, I told that to Ashley? Like, she might not have said it on camera, but is she saying anything today? Like, yes, it did happen. Like, no, the lady is quiet. These ladies are lying. And I don't, as you said, as a wife, I'm going to come at you hard too if you play with my husband.
Right.
I don't care what you think about my marriage, if you don't understand the dynamics of my marriage, but if you come at my husband and you play on his character and you play with his reputation, I'm going to shut you down too. And I know where Candace is coming from because you're playing with his character. He works in an industry where he can't have these kind of allegations over his head of making females because he works in an industry where he has to be around women, men and women. He's in a service industry, a nightclub. He not trying to lose his job. And even if he wasn't in that industry, you're not going to tear down my husband's character. You're not going to make it seem like he came to an event and start hitting on and staring at every woman in the party.
I will do exactly the same, but then behind the scene, I'll be checking him, because you're not just gonna, what is it that you're doing that is making everybody feel uncomfortable?
What
I like that, Mod. I actually do. I'm being serious. I like it because behind this, I like what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I like what you're saying because as a wife, behind the scenes,
yeah,
telling my husband, checking him there, not in public, but saying, what is going on? Why are all these women coming at you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do it in public, but I'm going to ask you what the hell is going on. I love it.
Yeah. We'll have a conversation.
But how can you check your husband on things that you know are lies?
No, I'm saying if you're going to go that route, I'm saying if you're going to check, I'm not saying on the particular topic, I'm saying on anything. I say you check your husband behind the scenes, not in public.
Mm-hmm.
That's in general.
Yeah.
100%. And they probably looking for Candace, so they can have something to talk about. I would never check my husband in front of other people because I'm not going to give you the satisfaction.
Right. And Kiss, I don't know whether you guys watch Married to Medicine.
I do not.
I do. Yeah.
Are you kidding? Why don't you watch Married to Medicine?
Girl, I have too many things I have to watch, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I like Dr. Heavenly, her marriage. I really like it. She's not gonna say anything about that man. You're gonna over here come complaining about your husbands and everything. She act like she's married Jesus.
I mean, only Jesus could deal with Heavenly's mouth. So I'm just saying. She knows how to check herself because none of them other husbands could deal with her. So he has managed to rein her in. But I agree with you, Maude. Whatever cracks are in their marriage, they present a united front, which I think is valid. So I'm not saying Candace is wrong. I think in every housewife show that you watch, that first season, the wife always defends the husband because you don't know that it's a lie or truth, but you got to believe in your marriage. And I do feel like so far, no one has made an accusation that he can't come back from. Like nobody said he groped them. Nobody said he's really done anything but look or kind of stand there. And then Giselle even backed down like, well, when I asked him to leave, he left. So, I mean, at this point.
So then, exactly. So why make it a story? I mean, he left. He did not feel, it wasn't such a big. So why make it a story? Just like, why? Why do you not destroy a friendship?
We already know how this goes. This is actually, unfortunately, an old story. It's going to come out. Unfortunately, it happens with women who are, we're too old for this type of stuff, to me, in my opinion, to be doing this anyway. But whatever. So let's move on to Miami and the room.
Wait, I have a couple of questions or a couple points before we get to Miami. Yes, one was, I loved, maybe just because I'm a lawyer, but I love when a lawyer was like, I didn't get my degree on Google, boo. So I don't know why you compare me to what you Googled. Because I'm a lawyer. So, and I kind of felt like that whole thing with Ashley, I'm still kind of confused because I kind of feel like, I hate to be crass, but I feel like she's gonna still let Michael hit it so she can get some cash. I don't know, but that's the vibe she's giving me. Like because she's kind of like, well, I'm gonna see. Even after the lawyer told her, like,
wait, did she tell the lawyer that we were supposed to have some kind of a? Did she say?
But the thing was, the lawyer was kind of like, well, yeah, no, it doesn't make sense to buy a house with him because he could still, show that, especially if you use his money. And I don't know, it's kind of like she was still sort of like, well, I'm going to go back home. And when he gets back from vacation.
That girl confuses me. She confuses me big time.
First, I can tell you what it is. Ashley does not want the divorce. Michael wants out because Ashley no longer wants to play the wife role she was playing. So Michael is out. Ashley clearly would stay with Michael and those funds for as long as she can. Because the one thing she said in the lawyer's office, and Erica, you could correct me because I ain't, I only Google law as well. She said everything, all the money that Michael made before she said I do is protected. And Michael is an older man, which to me means probably 90-95% of his wealth was made before he said I do to Ashley, which means she's gonna leave that marriage looking like Portia Williams, just with the bag she rode in with and her Bravo checks. So Ashley is staying for the bag, and she does not want to leave the lifestyle she's accustomed to. That's the feeling I get from Ashley. Like, I get the feeling she's hoping Michael will come back around to it and want to stay, but I think Michael is the one who wants out.
Yeah, I agree. I think you may
I
be
think
right
so
about
too.
that because I'm like, and who's he in the Bahamas with? What he's doing in the Bahamas? I'm like, huh?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
okay, but y'all still in the same house, but he's in a different room. Hadn't he always been in a different room? I mean, what
No, not always in a different room. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't know what's going on with you, ma'am, but
You know, and
I don't know what's going on with Erica today. I don't know what's going on. Like, I just don't know. It's like, what?
She's spicy tonight.
Okay, hold on. Look. I want to. Look, I know.
Oh wait, I'm sorry.
that we
One more last thing before we get to Miami. Now
I
this is just
swear
the
I feel
last a
like
little point about the nails or whatever.
I
I
was.
was
It's like
so
Dina's here.
confused about that produced scene because I was like, okay, first of all, I thought you are friends of Karen. So when did you suddenly become so good friends with Sharice? And why are you inviting 2 extra people on the trip when there ain't enough rooms? Like, I'm like, what? Why are you inviting Sharice? Being like, yeah, I'm gonna be sure you get another room. And you know she and Karen don't get along. You know it's Karen's birthday, so
Right.
Karen's gonna get her own room. You rent the place, and you know it's only 6 bedrooms. Why would you invite 2 extra people? Like,
production.
But according to what Robin said, she always has her own room because she's older. Like it wouldn't. That's what she said.
well, yeah, that was a little that
Shade.
really shade.
Super
Hey.
shady. Super
Like
shady.
Karen said, you 40-ish and look worse than me. So Robin can
Ah!
Karen said that, not me. You could go listen.
Don't give a jinx.
Karen said,
Like, kiss my cheek. I hate to say it, girl, but you ain't never lied. Like when somebody went up to her, I forgot who it was, and they were like, "Oh, I like your hair." I was like, "Don't lie to Robin now. It's too many streaks. I don't know what's going on."
Can
Who
we
said that?
hair?
No.
Can we talk about Robin's hair? This is going to sound very bad, but I think her 53% is starting to show. What is up with those highlights in the hair? That's very 1990s Johnny Kate plus 8 highlights. I don't know what's going on. And who
Not
told
Johnny
Robin that.
plus 8.
I feel like she's trying to segue back from the red to the blonde. I'm not sure what's going on, but I was like, whoever, I'm trying to remember who was in that scene, but whoever was like, "Oh, I like your hair." I was like, okay, don't lie on the television. That's just a straight lie.
It was
Don't say
Ashley,
anything.
because Ashley known for lying. Because I was
Oh
like,
yeah. And I was like,
Tell
girl,
Tell me
stop.
why you lying. Why you always lying?
I was like, stop it now.
Everybody getting blocked today. Everybody getting blocked today.
Okay, those are the only points I had to make outside of Miami. We can get to Miami.
Let's go to Miami, Jesus. First of all, let's start with the rooms and what the hell is going on with Camp
Also,
Buckaroo.
but did you guys discuss about Wendy talking to the husband and saying, "Yo, you need to slow down" and all that?
Who
Fast
said what now?
Fast forward. Okay, go. Okay. Yeah, in Miami.
But I like that fast forward.
Oh my
Look,
God.
so
Okay, let's go to Miami.
so we're here in Miami, and the drama is, first of all, you got a trip that was in this first class, and the house is beautiful.
it was nice.
It is.
Okay, so I was trying to understand what was the issue. Now I understand sharing the rooms, but look, still, I was like, the house is still beautiful. What
You know what
is
gets me?
I'll sleep on the couch, baby, if it's all that.
I know. And the food was good too.
That salad, baby, I was
Yeah.
damn.
That food, I'll be like, it's
had it
okay.
going on.
I can sleep in the kitchen. I'm fine. I can sleep in the kitchen.
Baby, I can sleep on the couch. I am not tripping.
Lady,
I'm
these
not tripping.
millionaires, they are ballers, shot callers. They're not used to this. Is average luxury. These are multi-millionaires on Bravo living behind the gates. What do you mean share a room?
Mm.
Now you know I'm being sarcastic.
I know that.
Because these ladies living in houses that look like mine. They need to stop it.
Okay,
does
but I
anybody
mean, that
else?
being said, I mean, I don't know. I can see where you want a vacation, you want your own space. Like, yeah, we're not in high school, we're not in the Girl Scouts or whatever. Like, can't you get a place large enough for all of us? And I mean, Giselle brought a good point. That might be your girl, but if she does number two twice in the morning, like, who wants to deal with that every morning? Like, I am just saying, if it was my friend, I'd be like, okay, let me go to my own room. I understand where they're coming from with that.
If you have slept with someone long enough to know their bathroom schedules, you're comfortable with sharing a room with them.
Hallelujah.
But we don't always have to share a room every vacation. Dang.
Every vacation, me and the football moms, it's 3 of us. We always share hotel rooms, cruise suites. We always vacation together. I don't know nan one of those ladies' bathroom schedule. So that means Giselle and Robin share a lot more than me and my crew share. So Giselle,
There you
stop it. To me, the only one that needs to complain is Candace when she shows up and realizes she has to share a bed with Wendy. Now that's where I draw the line. I'm not sharing a bed with nobody.
Well, she
Because
probably won't have to because Sharice will
Ashley did
leave.
that.
Oh, my bad.
Sharice will probably leave because she doesn't have a bathroom. So
Yeah.
she was upset. So, you know. I mean, I think unfortunately, I think every trip of is that me echoing? I don't know. Every trip of
No, no, no,
every
no. It was something playing in my background. I got it. It was something playing. Actually, I'm trying to find a picture of the house on Miami. But go ahead, continue.
okay, no, I was gonna say, I mean, like really every housewife show, every trip, the room assignments. I think I've
Yeah,
only seen one
it's a
show
big
where it
deal.
wasn't drama. So everybody acts crazy. Ramona and what's her name? So, you know, Sonia, they always room together. Like there's always this like room drama. I did feel like Mia I felt like she kind of orchestrated it. Like that was my point. Like you invited extra people and you knew it wasn't enough room. So between her and production, I'm like, they're gonna make the people fight over these little few rooms, even though it's a very beautiful home. So it kind of seemed like, okay. But I do feel like since it was her birthday, Karen should get her own room. I agree with
Yeah.
that. And
I agree.
But she always gets a room though. How do you feel about? She always gets a room.
See, what she should have did is made Giselle and Robin share a bed since they used to sharing beds, and then put Candace and Wendy in the room Giselle and Robin were in, so at least they can have their own bed.
Oh, wait a minute.
but I think she has a point. If you treat
Ashley
me
is the
crazy,
one who messed it up.
sorry.
Ashley is the one who messed it up. Ashley is the one who went and made Wendy.
Well, she just looked at it. She didn't change anything. She just looked at it.
Oh, she just looked at it.
And that's how they know Wendy and Candace are sharing a room.
But at the end of the day, I mean, it's kind of like with Robin and the thing for the kids. If you treat me crazy, you're going to end up sleeping where you sleep. So, you know, if you come on my trip and you've been treating me crazy, then yeah, you might have to sleep in the
but Candace has
shark room if you're on New York. You got to sleep. Every show has a crazy room that they put the people that they don't like in. And
but Candace has nothing. Candace hasn't done anything to her.
What do you mean? You said Candace has done what?
Candace has been mean to Mia, so yeah.
Yeah.
The whole thing is this. The whole thing is this, even with the preview of what's coming up next, it's like it's gonna be Mia is jumping out. I'm like, why are they holding her back? What is going on? Okay, let's talk about when they're serving the food and the waiter is there and she's acting like she's gonna be served the meal on her belly. And I'm sorry, that's the way it looks. She may not. I'm celebrating my 10-year anniversary with my husband.
You guys, I don't like the way she talks. I don't like the way she talks. Why does she talk like that?
Look,
it gets me all the time.
Is Jacqueline knows Mia. That's why she said, do you want him on your plate? If the camera wasn't there, Mia would have been hitting on that man. And but she had to say what she had to say for the
you know. Who is this?
I don't know. I didn't feel like she was really that waiter's flavor anyway, honestly. So
probably not.
Okay, Erica, I'm looking at him like that's one of the girls. No,
right, exactly. That's what I was like. I was like, he don't like her. That's why he was like, sure, baby.
I was like, what? I was like, I'm confused. I was like, girl, and just because you met your man in Miami with I did the pussy popping, whatever, girl, no, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. Uh, I just don't even understand that whole entire scene. So, but the food looks so good. I was like, damn, I want
That
that
food
salad,
did look good. I'm hungry right now.
I
girl.
know. Yeah, that
So,
food looked good for sure.
oh, the whole thing. I don't eat dessert, but just the whole thing looked really good. So the people not happy about the rooms and they're upset because Karen threatened to go to the hotel in the next preview. I don't know if she decides to leave. I don't know. There's a big fight. I mean,
I kind of want Sharice. I mean, I don't know because
Sharice supposed to Sharice allegedly or whatever supposed to get her own room. I would take issue with all of that. But the one scene that was my favorite is when Karen was like, "Oh, Sharice," and that
oh
smile
yeah,
at the
that was
camera.
great. That was great.
Ew.
I
Like
almost want to do a screenshot of her fake smile and Sharice's fake smile at the
that was
same
everything.
time. That was epic. That was good. That was good. I agree. That
I
was
don't know why I did
hilarious.
not get that shot, but I usually get this. It was hilarious. I was like, girl, that was everything. I was like, oh, she can't stand her.
Yes,
Either one of
yes.
them.
And then it was like a Nene Leaks moment. Nene and Candy. We can't stand each other.
Yes. We gonna just ride and we gonna just do
Oh, Karen is supposed to want a hotel. I thought it was Sharice
No, it
who.
was Sharice, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
well, no, because I'm confused because Sheree was saying she couldn't do it without a toilet, but she had a toilet in her
No,
room.
Sharice didn't have a
Oh, she did
bathroom
not.
connected to her room. She would have to share with like someone else.
Well, I probably would have
Yeah,
left on
now
that.
that part I did think was petty because I'm like, okay, whatever. But I forgot what her reasoning was. Like, does she also have some sort of issues where she going to the bathroom all the time? I forgot what she said, but she did have a reasoning behind wanting her own bathroom.
Because Sharice's room was downstairs with Karen's, but Karen had a bathroom. So if she wanted to use a bathroom, she would have to one share with Karen, which is probably a no, or two walk up
No,
all
no.
the stairs and share with the ladies upstairs. And
Right.
Yeah, it was a lot. Like I said, the next week's episode is gonna be what I'm really looking forward to seeing. I'm just being honest. I really this episode was a bit of a snore in my opinion. It really, and then Candace was trying to meet up with Trina. I was like, okay,
she did
so
a song with Trina.
you said what?
She's doing a song with Trina, she says.
I know what I'm saying is she got this whole music thing or whatever. But I love her to the clip of Nicki Minaj when she interviewed them. That was cute, but it really wasn't a whole lot of hoop la la. I feel like about in this episode. It just was. I want to see Miami next week and see when somebody get into it. I'm sorry. It was Mia, right?
It was Mia. Mia threw a drink at Wendy and was being held back. I want to know how the fight started.
I
And I
mean,
Mm.
want
I
to know.
think it's gonna stem from that comment from Peter, probably.
But I also want to know if the ladies are going to sit Mia down and tell her that she's not a good example for her children and that's not how Black women should act. I want to know if they're going to do that as well.
Child boo.
Who
Wait,
said that?
who would do that?
I'm
Well,
trying to figure that out.
Because when Giselle and Ashley made the best toast, they're like, we're the only singles, but we ain't the only hoes. That's the best way to put it. So who is going to tell
They
Mia?
did say that. You better say it again.
Who's going to tell Mia that she ain't a good
I
example?
forgot.
I'm like, come on now. Ashley twerking on TikTok. We haven't even talked about Juan had some kind of,
Oh, can we
scandal
talk
at
about
his
that?
school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh Lord, I thought I saw.
I feel like that's gonna
something.
be the next season storyline.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
I
because
saw.
they're not gonna get married, so they're gonna come up with something. But so that's gonna be the whole thing. I guess the question will be like, will he keep that job? Will he not keep that job? They might not need a prenuptial now.
Really need a prenuptial because Juan about to lose that job.
You're right. They're gonna be living
Like,
off of
you
those
about to
hats.
lose your
and
job.
and, and
Like, you
did
about
you
to
read that
lose your
article because
job.
they were saying? Did you read that article saying it was even more of a very senior person in the call yeah, so he was. Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Dun dun dun.
I didn't even know this was going on. Okay, so it's I'm sorry, accused of not reporting
Yeah,
misconduct between assistant
assistant
coach
coach
and
and
student.
student.
Oh my God.
Mhm.
This is
Wait,
really
wait, what college
bad.
is this? I didn't know that he has a job anyway. I didn't know that.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
he
know
has,
what?
or he has a job.
Says Juan
Okay.
Dixon from the
In
Real Housewives of
Copping
Potomac
State
has been named in
University.
a
Okay.
lawsuit. He is the ex-husband of current fiance. That's a whole thing. He is
Ex-husband,
the ex-husband,
fiance.
current fiance of longtime cast member Robin Dixon, the current head coach of basketball for Coppin, I think it's Coppin State University of Baltimore, Maryland. Juan has been accused of not reporting sexual misconduct between an assistant basketball coach and a player. The report from Baltimore Brood notes that Coppin State assistant coach Lucianne Brownlee has been accused of catfishing a
Mm.
player named something Williams online. Eventually, their online encounters allegedly progressed for graphic text and photos. Oh my. Upon the refusal to keep doing it, Brownlee allegedly shared the very explicit videos. Dixon is named in a lawsuit for not taking action against Brownlee after he learned of his behavior.
Oh.
University has accused of retaliating against him by snatching Williams' financial
Oh.
aid. He
Oh.
initially believed the images were private and in the context of a budding relationship between the two, but things took a turn when the person behind the account asked for more sexual
Mm.
content
Uh,
and threatened to release the ones that they already had if he didn't keep sending images coming. Scared of what images surfaces could do to his basketball career, he continued to send them. That is cold blooded. The person blackmailing Williams had requested a video of him and Brownlee engaging in sexual acts. He initially refused, but later gave in to
uh,
request in 2020. Williams stopped responding to the blackmailer, which led to explicit content being shared with basketball staff, faculty on social media. Wow.
Wow.
I did
that you have
not.
damaged that kid. You
Oh
have
my
damaged that
God.
kid.
I did not know
Bye.
that. Jesus. I did not know that.
Wow.
I had no idea. Breaking news up in here, okay? 'Cause that
This
is
this is it
crazy.
is sad. It is sad because
That's so
some
sad because not
most
that
of
he did, that he was involved with it, but why wouldn't you say anything and then to assume?
yeah.
I
Well,
don't know,
that's not
man.
the worst part of it. The worst part, because I've read the thing many times on many different platforms, is after the student said who he thought it was that was behind the catfishing and blackmailing. Juan said, "Don't worry about it. That person has like mental health issues or something like that." Like
Mhm.
trying to downplay it. But then after he downplayed it, he turned around and put the person in a position of authority on the basketball team.
On the basket. What?
And so he's the one promoting him after he knew about it. Are you
Yeah, so
saying?
right after the kid told him, he was like, "Don't worry about." And this, this
Oh my
alleged,
God.
but this is what the young man is saying because he's not a kid. The young man was saying he complained to Juan about what was going on.
It's allegedly.
Juan was like, "Don't worry about it. He has mental issues. Don't take it too serious." Blah blah blah, downplaying. But then I don't know, the time later, then he hired him as a member of his coaching staff, which put him in a position of authority over the young man. And that's when the young
Oh
man
my
went to the
God.
university to say something. And instead of the university stepping in, they snatched his scholarship and his housing. So that's why
Mm.
he's suing everybody.
Good. Good. And
But
I'm glad he has
this is true that that university is getting ready to pay. Juan is getting ready to lose his job, and he's getting ready to pay. So all of that is allegedly, only that young man's word as of right now. But
Right.
it's an awful story.
it is. It
I
is.
Yeah, that's
cannot.
terrible. Yeah, that's
And he
terrible.
has two boys.
I had no idea. That makes my heart hurt because I have two boys as well. That's awful. There is no need for that. I mean, like I said, I can't. I mean, I'm not a part of the story. This is my first time hearing it, so we're talking about it here. We talk about different topics as a panel, where we are bloggers and commentators. So we do speak about different things, and the topic kind of reared into this, but it's still Real Housewives of Potomac still attached to that. But understand if you are triggered by this, I apologize. We were just talking about it. We're being as Um, just as possible because a lot of parties are involved, especially even though he's an adult now, he was a child, I'm assuming at the time, and so
And we are mothers too. We are mothers too. So.
but we well, yes, of course I didn't get to that point. Thank you, Maya, from Mama. But yes, we are also mamas, and we take this very, very seriously. All of us. You heard you heard what Angela said. What she said, I didn't even know that information. It's this story to me is deep. This entire season, I don't know what is happening.
Kiss my cheek. Kiss my cheek. I think you, Kamisha, you've been very busy because Kiss my cheek was the first one to send us that, and I hate that I did not pay attention to it because every blogger was talking about it, and everyone really. Yes, she said that in our group. Said she said that she was the first one.
Working days.
In fact, before anybody else was talking about it, she sent us that article, and
all over Instagram, Twitter. Everybody was reporting because it was the episode after Robin did that whole storm out, and then it was like bam, but here go your man.
Right.
It kind of gave people were kind of pissed at Robin after that episode, so it kind of gave them like people start going in. Now it is not Robin's fault; she had nothing to do with it.
100%.
Just I don't even want to say it's karma because it's not her karma. It's just funny how you all tear down other people's husbands, but look at what your fiance is doing. Right. What do you have to say about that? But I'm very sure Robin is going to not say a word about this. And because the messiest one on the show is Giselle, and that's her best friend, Giselle is going to give her grace. You know, Maud Grace. Giselle is going to give her grace. So I'm sure we're not going to hear anything about this.
See, I don't know. I mean, I feel like, I don't know. I mean, I think Kamisha has a point, or I'm not sure who said it, but I think this is going to be, it depends on how it falls out. But depending on what happens to Juan, this is definitely going to be their storyline next season because they're not married and they're not getting married this season.
But see, this deserves to be a storyline, though.
Yeah, and I think odds are, I mean, Giselle probably, they're good friends. She's going to show her grace, but Giselle still gossips.
What did you say?
But like, Erica, you're an attorney. What can they say? Like, it's nothing they can say about this on camera while this is an open lawsuit. So
we're gonna have another Erica Jane kind of. We are still in
like. Let's say if this was Candace's husband or Wendy's husband, like Giselle is gutter. So she would bring it up and be like, oh, I have questions. I can ask questions. But I don't think Candace or Wendy are low enough. You know, they aren't that gutter type of person where they're going to throw this in Robin's face. Like, oh, we got questions. What about? So I don't think it's going to be brought up because I think the other ladies are classy and the messy ones are friends with Robin. So they aren't going to throw it in her face.
But if this happened, because every time as a husband and a wife, like if my husband is having a bad day at work, he comes home and says, oh my God, that guy was doing this and this. Oh my goodness.
Right.
I'm saying that, like, even if he was a lawyer, things that are probably privileged, you're not supposed to be talking about, sometimes you say like, oh my gosh, I have this going on and this.
Life beating them down. Yes, life beating them down.
Yeah, but Juan he's not even on camera now. So he's not about to be on camera after all these lawsuits come out.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying he must have mentioned it to the wife.
Oh,
yes. And they're definitely, and it's going to be a lot of discussion with, are you going to stand by your man or not? That's going to be her
right, Erica. Right.
And remember,
I am not standing with you on that one.
Remember when Michael Darby got sued for sexual harassment on Bravo? That was like the first or second season or whatever. We can't say anything. There's a lawsuit, and we just listened to that for 23 episodes.
Right.
But this is deep. This is deep. This defines you. Who are you as a person? Who are you as a father of two black boys in this country? And for you not to have extend grace to this young boy whose career, is basketball. These kids in college, they know if I get into NBA, if I get into NFL, my life and my family's life changes. And
definitely if Juan loses his job, that's going to be
it is not just about losing his job because
Erica, that's a good point.
It has to be more than that.
Well,
If
no,
this
no,
That's
no.
a
is
I
very
mean, I
good
agree,
point.
Mod. It is way deeper than that,
yeah,
but I think it's gonna have to impact Robin. I agree with you, Kiss My Cheeks. I don't think Juan gonna be on the camera talking about nothing. He's gonna be back in the room talking about take this mic off like he used to do.
Right.
But Robin
Mm-hmm.
definitely is going to be. She's definitely gonna have to, it's
It's
gonna
going to
be
be
put
a
up
nice
or shut up. Are you gonna stand by your man through this? Because this is gonna really show what your marriage is made of. Are you gonna stand behind him or no? So I
Mhm.
think that, but we looking forward to a whole new season. So I guess we
they're
gotta
married.
She's
They're
definitely
married.
going to be in the hot seat. She's going to be the focus of next season because people are going to want to see what she wants to do. But another example, I just wanted why I feel like the ladies won't throw it in her face. Remember when they all had on their free Uncle Ben shirts, tax reform, when Karen went through her
Mhm.
tax
Yes,
issue, or her
yes.
husband had tax issues,
Mhm.
when Robin herself had tax issues, no one said anything. Robin and Giselle had two confessionals about it, and Robin was like, "Oh, I'm on a payment arrangement." I'm like, "Girl, you and everybody else," and that was it. No one
Oh,
else.
I
we
did.
also knew, I don't know. We never thought she had money after that scammer thing. I mean, the taxes wasn't really. I mean, we really thought Uncle Ben was the Black Bill Gates, so that was a little shocking. But this, I mean, I don't know. They had tax issues over her hat money. Like, I don't know. I was.
Oh yeah, that
You're
was
right,
crazy.
Kiss Me Cheeks.
What's
It
your
was
name?
not. You make a good point. I agree with you. They did not make a big deal of it. I think it was because we never thought she really had money like that. So we probably
Ooh.
were just
Hmm?
like, okay.
But I'm saying if I was Karen, I would have at least had on the t-shirt if I was Karen. But
Oh, 100%.
Karen
That's
is
true.
classy.
That's a good point. Karen did not. You're right, girl. Karen did not come in disguise to see where Robin and Juan had moved to, like they did.
In this whole thing really comes back to me, Candace, who is trying to be a mother.
Oh,
She's trying to, she's trying to go through the process. How old is she?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, so but then instead of helping this young lady, you're
Who we
adding
talking about?
stress.
Hey, confessions. This is my confessions.
You're adding so much stress to this girl that she cannot even continue with the process. And what does that? I don't understand it. Like these black women, we are supposed to be supporting each other. Listen, I understand it's a show.
You mean
but
Candace?
yeah, I mean she's talking
Hold on,
about
wait. Hold on, stop the presses. Are you telling me that if you really want to, and I've had 3 children, if you really want to have a baby, that you're gonna literally let some grown women that you having some petty arguments with stop you
Yes.
from doing that process?
No, no,
That
no, no.
no.
Because
That
Mhm.
is bullshit.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
Pure
not.
and simple
Because
bullshit. Because
no,
when you want to do something, you do that.
she
I do
did
not
it.
want to hear that a grown ass woman telling me that she will not do her treatment that she paid for probably and has set up because of an argument with another woman who is over 40. I do not want to hear that. I'm sorry.
She did it. And then when she went
It's
back,
called a storyline
when she back,
production. Thank you. It's called a
she
storyline production.
no, I
Hello.
don't
Mod,
think so.
Mod,
I
My
you
don't
really
think
storyline
she
is
think?
did
this
it. Wait, let me finish.
Oh,
She did it, and then when she
storyline.
went back to see the results, the whoever that she was talking to said, your levels are way below down there,
Girl.
and that the stress contributes to that. I don't want to be
Okay.
associated
I'm
with
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry. I don't
Mod,
care
do
what
you really
man's
think
getting mad. There are women who I know, not know, have known or seen who don't have nowhere near much money as Candace. They want a child. Nothing or nobody will stop that. I don't care. I'm sorry. You have all this money. You're a spoiled brat. You have nothing to do. It's a storyline. I stand on that.
okay, Mod, here's the thing,
Yes,
and think
I'm.
about this.
Uh-huh.
I too thought it was just some BS she threw out because she trying to dance and do music videos and trying to meet up with Trina and all that other stuff. Meanwhile, giving
Whoop, whoop.
giving herself shots in between
She
dance
she always go like this.
And she working on a master's degree, so she has a lot of stress.
Exactly. She
Of
using the tissue to make the tears come, girl. That's because she's not crying. Not do. Okay. So Maud, it's so sweet that you fell for it and you showing her grace. But the rest of us know she trying to move her career, girl. She's like, okay, I'm trying to be the next. She trying to be Beyonce.
She ain't gonna be.
she knows
Beyond
she
no.
have a baby
Beyond no.
freeze for eggs, so it's not like she's trying to get pregnant. She just wants to release
Freeze the eggs and then
them and have
Right.
a baby. So
Mm-hmm.
and I'm
Yeah,
sure
so this little Giselle thing, do not have her that stressed out, at least not yet. I mean, I agree with you, Maud. Maybe if everything comes
If she
down
was
on her by
pregnant,
the end of the season,
no.
but this little stuff, nah, she's
I'm
If she
hoping
was
this
like,
the
I
last
don't know.
episode. We got to talk about this Giselle thing. As trash as I think Giselle and Ashley and all of them are for it, I don't want to hear it anymore. Let's move on to Wendy and Mia.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Miss. Let's take over. Kiss my cheeks. Let's go, kiss my cheeks. I want to hear it. Start it off. Start it off. Let's go. Let's go. I'm ready. I love it. She said, "Let's get to it. I'm ready."
Because this storyline is old. We're all
It
on
is.
this side. We don't have to keep talking about this. Girl, you ain't getting no apology. Move on. Let's see why Mia and Wendy are fighting. New storyline for the season, because Candace, I'm sorry that happened to you and Chris. I'm on y'all side, but I don't want to hear about it anymore.
I agree. Now, why do you think Peter, this is what I think. I think Peter is messy, and whatever is happening with Wendy, he's gonna tell it to Mia on that phone. And that's how it's gonna get crazy, because Mia's gonna come back and be like, Wendy, you broke, you ain't got no money for Peter's restaurant. And she's gonna say something crazy to her. Oh my goodness. Maud is being Candace for Halloween, and it's not Halloween.
Oh, that would have been a good costume. You should have came with your triangle tissues.
I know. No tears. The dry tissue to the eye.
Did y'all see that meme where somebody put up a picture of Nene talking about Peter? I still see you want to be a bitch.
Oh my gosh. I thought about that when I saw this episode. I was like, oh, Peter, you going from holding a peach to holding, what are they holding in Potomac?
I don't know what he's trying to hold. He need to go sit down somewhere. That's all I know. He's a hot man.
But why, if you want to have a business, because you can say anything about Peter Thomas, but he's successful.
What's it got to do with being in women's business? They ain't got nothing to do with what I just said. Nothing. Not a nothing. Stay out of. But then he say, stay out of grown women's business.
He cannot. That's who he is. That's who he is. That's who.
Maybe now we'll get to see if he really gets up with Giselle. He want to be on somebody's TV show so bad.
Are you saying he's Nene?
Oh, nobody can be Nene. Excuse me.
I thought you were saying that Peter wants to be Nene.
No, he can never be. I'm just saying that, he gets into women's business. Like even in Atlanta, he was getting into a situation with Nene and Cynthia. Why is this light behaving like this?
Yeah, he's always been like that. So for him to even say something to Mia about beefing with Wendy off the top was messy. So if he says anything more about Wendy's business, he wrong.
Peter might be messy. Sure want to hear the
no. Oh yes, I love those smiles.
That'd be me. I got
that. Make sure I got that for y'all. There we go.
Yes, I love that. That's like the perfect clip.
Y'all know I had to get it right there, and it took me forever to get it at the right moment. Yes,
exactly. If fake was a person or people.
They was like, girl, by like, oh God.
That and turn that into a meme.
Exactly.
But with this whole live, everything had been popping on this winter, the beginning of the winter. Y'all know, I felt like fall was here for 2 seconds, and now
I still don't understand the beef between these two women. They are too old to be having. What's the beef?
Okay, Karen has stepped out allegedly 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Allegedly,
on Bray, and somehow Sharice was spreading it about Blue Eyes like I don't know, the first or second season, like a really long time ago. And I guess Karen just still don't mess with her. Or let's just say that's how they're showing it so far. I mean, I'm hoping there's more because that's kind of silly to me, but
I really want her to come back. I want Therese to come back to the show. Okay. Okay. Because I like Karen. I like Karen, but we listen.
but my thing is anybody who comes to the show, like we don't need another fake person on the show where we don't know anything that's going on in your life. Like we have enough of those people already. So if Sharice's gonna come in and maybe she's actually dating or remember her husband like left her that season, if we're gonna see something that's really happening in your life, Sharice,
Let's see that.
you are welcome to be here. But if you're gonna
Mhm.
Yes.
be here and pretend and not show us anything, then you can continue to be a friend.
Well, look,
Mhm.
Sharice, there's things I want to say, but
What?
Huh?
Where's the makeup? Where's the fashions? That's step one for being on Bravo. She rolling out the bed, showing up to scenes. No, Sharice, if you're not gonna put in effort, at least give us an outfit or two. If you're gonna be messy, stay at home. Sharice is not needed.
Otherwise, I want
so question. Let me
crazy
ask you a
Katie with
question.
her shaved head because she's always entertaining. She's
The
always
question I want to ask: why is Sharice messy? Why is Sharice messy? Is the question.
Because she wants to be back on TV, and that's her only end is to be messy, throw a little fire at Karen. I don't think it's going to work. We don't care about whatever tea went on back in the day between Karen and Ray. Like I said, at least give me a good wig and a good outfit. But if you ain't even going to do that, stay at home.
and didn't Sharice and
Was this a setup for Sharice for by Mia? And I'm gonna ask y'all this honestly. Think about it. You knew when did she say something about she was sharing a room with Karen? Oh, no, not Karen. Who was Sharice
Has
sharing a
her
room with?
own room.
No,
she gave
I
her
could
her
have
own
sworn
room, but
she
she
had
had no
lied.
bathroom.
But I thought she had lied and said no, she's in the room. Okay, maybe so she gave Sharice and Karen their own room, but gave Karen the better room.
Yeah, because Sharice doesn't have a bathroom, so she was like totally upset.
You have to
And
realize, Therese. I
The
mean,
better room. Does
huh?
Karen really have the better room? She got that sliding ass paper door. You could barely walk around and do a 360 in that room. Karen looks like she has a closet with a bed in it. No,
Wow.
like that room isn't that glamorous either.
Don D says, how Mia tells Sharice she don't have to worry about her room, then give her a room with no bathroom.
That girl is on her phone. I think she's about to leave that house. I think she's trying to look for something else. She's gonna leave.
Who?
Cherise. She's
If
not
I had
gonna
the money,
stay.
I probably would leave me. I'm
She's not
sorry.
gonna stay in a room that has no bathroom.
I would come by for breakfast. I would stay for dinner. I would do the hangouts. But when it was time to go to bed and I was too drunk to do anything else, driver take me to my room in my hotel because I'm not staying here. I would visit, have fun because I don't have to be on a vacation with you guys and be in that house that I am not going to go sleep in. Being on vacation, you want to be comfortable. You want to be, chill. Why be in a room that I'm not happy with? I'm cold, I'm hot, whatever it is. Someone's in here that want someone's boo-booing 2 times in the morning. Whatever the situation, I don't want to deal with it. So I'm gonna get my own place, but I'm gonna
Well,
be with you guys every event. I'm just saying I'm gonna be here the whole time, not gonna miss nothing. I'm gonna have a car drop me off for breakfast, like I said, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But bedtime, I'm out of here.
But
I
why does
still
production do this? Like, because we all know production, the one renting these houses. Why do they do this? Why not just have the standard? Everyone gets a hotel suite, and then whoever is the so-called host of the trip, give them the presidential suite where everyone can come hang out, argue, gossip, whatever, and be done. Like, why do they keep giving them these houses where they know they're going to argue over the rooms?
this is because it's drama.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, clearly, I think you all we discussed this earlier. I think the whole scene where she was with Jacqueline and Sharice was totally produced. I don't even think she's really that tight with Sharice. So for her to be like, "Oh, I got you," was kind of fake. Like, okay, really?
Mm.
And now Sharice, see, that's how she got you with that little room and no bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Donna D says, I wonder what nasty Ashley has in store for Candace. Then everybody went along with her childish prank.
You know. I don't think Ashley is I don't think she's a bad person. I think her intentions are never evil. She's not ill intent.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to extend grace over here. uh,
I don't think it's ill intent, but when you know somebody did you
Oh
dirty
my.
and you could be there to witness their karma payback, she is
Mm-hmm.
enjoying it. Because I remember
I was
when
gonna finish.
Candace
I was
came to her and was like, "You not really trying to get pregnant. You drinking these beers and stuff." Candace read her, and that broke her
Oh
down.
yeah,
That might be
I
the first
remember
or
that.
second season, and she is living in this moment that now Candace is trying to get pregnant. Now people are saying stuff about Candace's
Wow.
husband,
Okay.
and she is riding that wave because to her that's karma,
Mm.
and she's definitely, I mean, I'm not saying she's lying, but she is enjoying it. And Candace knows it because the pendulum swings back, baby.
Oh yeah, with the tables turn to the other
they
side.
turn, they turn, they turn.
Yes, they
Exactly.
do.
Because Candace, I can be over here supporting Candace. Candace has not been innocent either. Her mouth has been mouthing.
The whole time, whole season, all over.
Okay,
Yes.
she's not an innocent kid over here. We try to, protect and no, she has been, you know.
And that's what makes it so tough because I agree with you, Mod, in that I don't think that Ashley is making up stuff to like get Candace or whatever, but she's
Mhm.
enjoying the moment for sure.
Mhm.
And that's a little trifling, honestly, but she's definitely enjoying it.
And that's what comes to, who are your friends? Are they, because you're not gonna be, I'm not gonna be inviting you to my house if you're enjoying celebrating when my marriage is, miserable. And then, she said, I was holding Candace. Is it Candace? Yeah, she said, I was holding on to this, but then you wanted the smoke. Here is the smoke. Okay.
Not the
And then
smoke.
we realized, oh, Robin knew about this information. And that's at this point, I don't give a damn. We all know. What's the name of the husband?
Michael.
Michael loves those, the you know.
The what? The what? The
Oh my
what?
gosh.
The
Mod,
what?
don't
The
ever do that
what?
act out again, girl. Don't ever do that act out again.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Erica. The what? Don't wait. Don't you know? You know what's? I don't know. I pretend I don't know. What is it? Help
I'll
me
wait
out.
for the reunion.
What is it? Is it an eggplant? Eggplant. Eggplant.
Listen, I give up on that man. I give up on that man. He's in Bahamas.
Oh my god. Ooh, my stomach hurts.
Oh gosh.
You guys, if you are in the YouTube chat, there is a poll in the chat. I do post. You can ask me any questions or the panel questions. I started adding that to the chat in YouTube where you can ask us questions while we're up here. Also, there's also a poll I put in the YouTube chat. Please check it out. Join the membership if you are new to the channel. The emojis I'm putting in the chat now are for members only. We have a good time over here. Please, I want to make sure that you guys let me do something really quick here. I want you guys to check out everyone's channels here, but let me first get off of my channel. I'm like moving behind the scenes, so y'all give me just a second. So I want you guys to check out my mentees. The reason why I do this is because I love these ladies a lot. And there's a few, of course, who are not here, but that is okay. I'm still going to talk about them as well. So I'm going to share the screen and show you one of their channels. Mod Afro Mama. I need everybody to take a few moments and go over and to subscribe. If you see this beautiful color scheme that her mentor, that would be myself, create for her channel and colors, please make sure you guys go by and check out her lives. She has good things going on. I had this all set up, but it's kind of trash. Sorry. So these are her videos. She has a lot of good content. Please go and check her out. She be going in like just here on her channel. She goes a little more in because she's cray cray, and we love her.
Yes,
Uh,
we do.
That's true. That's
you,
true.
you can tell I type y'all names in because y'all names come up. That's how much I love these
Oh,
people.
I
Like
love that.
their
Yes.
names come in automatically. But anyway, and also who made this cover? Back
Ah,
shot of Kiss My Cheeks. Who made that? Ooh. Oh
love
yeah,
it.
that'd be me again. Okay. I am proud. I am good at this. Y'all better get y'all life. Check out Kiss My Cheeks, please.
I
Okay,
love
we're trying to get my creating ladies to 1,000 who are not there yet.
She's
Kiss My
gonna
Cheeks
get
is
there before
great.
the end of the year.
Thank
Yes.
you, Mod. I am talking. Thank you so much.
She-
Please make sure that you go and subscribe to Kiss My Cheeks. She has great content as well. If you have not, she also does like the challenges stuff that I do. I hate to separate the shorts and the lives, whatever. But anyway, y'all please go and check her out. This is me shouting out my mentees.
Amazing.
Hi, Mod. So what I do now is I'm adding to the end of my live. I will be, you know, showing their channels because I want to. Wait a minute. I always put Erica in on Twitter.
Erica.
Oh,
No,
exactly, Erica.
no, I always put, and you see her name came up right there. That lets you know. Thank you so much.
Thank
These
you.
people I Google,
And
they
I'm
let you
still working on it, but I'm getting up there. I don't have as much as everybody
again,
else, but I'm still getting
again. A beautiful
Erica,
camera.
you have to step
I'm
up.
still talking. I'm still talking. A beautiful background. Who did that again? That would be me. Don't interrupt me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Exactly, Erica. Please, this is her channel. She actually has a great extensive background as far as it being entertainment. She is
Mm-hmm.
transitioning all of her knowledge, all her skills to YouTube. Please go and follow her. She has great overlays, which are also sent by myself. But she has great content.
Thank
I
you.
should have been a comedian.
I've been
But
doing
yeah,
more regular than
live,
not as
more
many lives
live.
actually.
Yes, I just
Yeah,
yes, thank
more,
you. More
more.
live. She has a
Yeah.
community wall, which has oh wait, I'm about to do a little fussy as a mentor. I know good and well, Erica. I know you see me post annoyingly in the group chat. You have nothing on
Okay,
your
so
community
here's
wall,
the thing.
ma'am.
I don't know how to post. You
Wow.
always
You
send it to
go
the phone to the group on Instagram, and then like I always do stuff on my computer. So
Erica,
that's what
no,
I'm
but
doing.
this
you can
cup
still
is
see
empty.
Instagram group, ma'am.
It's
But
empty.
you
I
can
can't.
do
No,
okay.
honestly, I can't see the group on my computer because someone
No,
else said
no,
that
no.
too. For
That's
some reason, I
weird. But
can't. For whatever
what I'm
reason.
saying is, if you want to add to, I'm sorry, community wall, it should be on your phone or like for instance here. I'm gonna add. I want to share this, so I'm gonna
Okay.
click the three dots or whatever, four dots, whatever. Share to create post, and I even type. I think I can type. I should be able to like type in.
The undisputed panel.
I don't understand why you are still talking right now. But okay. Um. See, I just add my for my for mama, and
Oh, okay. I
then
see. I see.
oh
Okay.
yeah, you know me. This is my world. You know this. I take a little break. Okay, there we go. Boom. Exactly, Erica, and then oops, kiss my cheeks. I think because I thought you have a certain amount of. There we go. Boom. So I have shared like I should three
Yeah.
here.
Mhm.
We're live. We are live. You probably should get alert on your phone because I'm tagging you guys actually in it. Boom, and then there it is. So if I go to my
Mhm.
actual
I got
channel,
it on my phone. Yeah.
thank you, Mod, again. If I go to my community wall right now, I see there is a post. Boom, I've just shared like 3 times. I don't care my channel. So please start sharing on your community wall, Erica. I would love it. Now on your phone, it's the plus. It's the same thing you want to go live or whatever, or create a short, which I have said
Oh,
a
okay.
hundred times. Y'all need to create a short every day because it's going to be some coins coming in February. If you go to your phone, hit the plus sign, you could type in community wall, hey, how you doing? Or just talking to your audience, I always tell you guys to engage. I'm sorry, just turn to an entire whatever. So I want you guys to go follow my mentee. Also, I call it the mentee panel for a reason. Please go and check out. Also want to shout out because I haven't even get everybody in here, but I might as well.
Can I say something?
No, go ahead. It's fine.
Because I have not been talking. You have not
Confess,
allowed me to
go
say
ahead,
anything.
my they go confession channel. Please follow confession. Follow confession.
Okay,
I'm so
so
proud. She started with like I'm so proud of confessions. We've come a
Yes.
long way.
Yes.
Go ahead, Ma. Go ahead, Ma. I'm listening.
So
You
Candace,
get Dina's looking.
Candace said, ask yourself why you are more offended when a dark-skinned woman reads you versus when a white adjacent
I
woman
saw
reads
that.
you. Okay. So then, but then I see Ashley is responding to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
because she was talking about Ashley, right?
Yeah, she's responding to what Candace is saying, but we all agree what every black woman I would expect them to agree with what Candace is saying.
Make sure I go check out Dina, aka Christine. I'm trying to get her also to 1,000. Also a great background of her birthday hair and everything. Who did that? That would be me again. Please, everybody, go check out Dina. We're
And
trying to get her
somebody
to 1,000.
says, oh, sorry,
Ma,
go ahead.
girl, we're trying to get her to 1,000. Please make sure you guys go and follow Dina. You about to, girl, go ahead. Lord Jesus, go ahead.
Say, it's very interesting how people can identify racism but not colorism. Colorism is very mute.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Kamisha. I was just trying to say that.
Wait, go back. Mod, sorry. What was Ashley's response?
Where's this
No,
on Twitter?
no, so she went on IG. Ashley went on IG and she was saying,
Let me
"No,
look at it.
I've had disagreements with everybody, every color, every whatever." But listen, just like Meghan Markle said, I did not know that I was a black woman until I married Prince Harry, and at that point she lost me. Okay, because good looking. I was watching something about the girl in Beverly Hills. What's her name? The black girl.
Who? I don't
Garcelle?
want that show, child.
Yes,
Garcelle?
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And she was talking about how she benefited because she was a model. She had good looks. She had all those things, and we have to accept that yes, there is colorism in the minorities in the black community, and that's what the Candace was trying to say. Listen, just because Wendy and myself, we are we receive different criticism. But if somebody over here is checking who doesn't look like us, we over here, we don't question that. But Ashley seems to not to agree with what Candace is saying.
I know because Monique is brown skinned and Monique got into it with Candace last season. I mean, do you feel like this? Do you feel like this franchise specifically
Monique is
has,
dark. Monique is
has
dark.
I know that's what I'm saying. So there's not colorism there. So that's what I'm asking you. Do you feel like there's colorism on this cast?
Yeah, they are targeting Wendy. Of course there is. Are you kidding? Yes.
You think they're targeting Wendy because she's dark or just because she's a trip?
She's not a trip. How is she a trip? She's the most
She came
educated
in
woman
there like, I
on
got
the
these
cast.
degrees. I'm better than you from the very first moment.
From what people are saying online, which I agree with, it's not that they're targeting Wendy because she's dark. I'm going to use Maud's favorite word, grace. They aren't giving Wendy any grace because she's darker. Like, for instance, when Mia cut up with Giselle and lied on Giselle and all that other stuff, Mia is allowed to apologize, and Giselle quickly welcomes her back into the light skinned group, like the yellow people, whatever. I'm sorry if I'm being offensive, but I'm light skinned, I can say yellow. The yellow group. So when Wendy has an argument with Giselle or Robin and she apologizes, like she tried to give Giselle
Mhm.
a hug, it's like, girl, what you doing over here? So they're
Yes.
like, why are you so quick to forgive Mia and her foolishness? But Giselle, you started with Wendy, but for whatever reason, you the victim over here, but you aren't willing to forgive Wendy. So that's where people are coming from. And then, like, when I made that joke about are they going to sit Mia down and have, a sit down, like when Monique got into that fight, all the ladies had to sit Monique down, tell her she's not being a good example to her children. She's not being a good example of Black women. Giselle had to have security. But now Mia's going to cut up next week and the ladies aren't going to say anything to Mia about how she acted.
You don't think so? She's not gonna say anything.
Well,
Wow.
someone asked a
Hmm.
cast member that very question. I believe they asked that to somebody, I believe to Candace in an interview, and Candace alluded to keep watching because they're not. So she made it seem like no, Mia is not going to get the same treatment that Monique got after that fight. So that's colorism in itself. Like, why can Robin, Mia, and the lighter skinned people be so aggressive and they're allowed to be aggressive because these women so-called did something to them, lied on them, where we all know the truth. But if Candace and Wendy aren't allowed to show their anger because they don't want to come off a certain kind of way. They don't want to get those stereotypes hit at them because they're darker skinned. So I do believe there's colorism on the show. I believe the ladies try to act like they don't understand what colorism is and maneuver their ways around it by saying, oh, well, we got into it with Monique or we get into it with Karen. Yeah, but you also give Karen grace. You forgive Karen. Karen is allowed to come back in the circle when you're done playing with Karen, not Wendy and not Candace. So I don't know. I see it. I agree with Candace and Wendy when they mention it.
Mm-hmm. And I am not gonna hold back my feelings. I'm not gonna not do exactly how I would expect to do just because society expects me, or they're gonna label me as this African heavily accent woman. Oh, she's a very angry black woman. You go ahead and do that. I remain unapologetically and undisputed for that matter. I have, listen, we live once in this lifetime. Every day is a blessing. I'm not going to allow anybody to act like, oh my gosh, they're so superior over me. And so therefore I am very cautious on how I speak, on how I dress, on how I act.
Let it
It's
go.
not happening over here. It's not happening. No,
Hmm.
it's not happening. Why are you showing us that this dog? Jeez.
Wait,
Tamisha,
what
I gotta
happened?
take the
Why
dog
are you
to
showing us the dog?
Oh Lord Jesus.
I don't know if you're gonna shut it down or
Be
not, but I gotta
quiet.
and take the dog to the bathroom. I'll be back.
It's an accident.
I cannot believe she was showing us the dog.
I am by live. Uh-oh. My thing is tripping. Crap. It was an accident. Hush, woman. We have been having an insightful live. It's been great. I have enjoyed it as always. We got down deep. We broke things down as we always do. I miss Confessions. I miss Dina. We had a great live. We'll be back again. Hopefully, depending on my schedule. Next week. I'll talk to y'all next time. I love y'all. Bye.
Hi guys.